First of all, you have to know about what is chemotherapy. Next is bacterial infections. So, what is infection and what are bacterial infections? To drug treatment of parasitic infections in which the parasites, bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi, and worms are destroyed or removed without injuring the host. So, chemotherapy refers to direct treatment of parasitic infections. So, what is parasitic infections? So, first you have to know about parasites. So, parasites are actually those microorganisms are those living agents which giving harm to human body or plant body or animal body, and they get wholly solely their own benefit. Suppose if we look example of a lot of human worms inside human body. So from human body they suck blood, they get food, they get proper food, and they have no benefit to human body. If we take other example just like dengue and malarial parasites, they come, they suck blood from human body, and they also give harm to human body, and they also cause infection in human body. So parasites include bacteria. So bacteria further contain gram-positive bacteria and gram-negative bacteria, and a lot of shapes of bacteria just like cocci, spirochetes, heart shape, and spring shape. A lot of morphology of bacteria is available. Next is viruses. So bacteria as compared to viruses are bigger microorganisms, but viruses are minute, small, micro level, microscopic organisms, and they also cause a lot of humans and animal dangerous diseases. Next is protozoa, fungi, and worms. So human worms here I am talking. So chemotherapy are used to kill, to destroy parasites. Parasites include bacteria, protozoa, fungi, and worms without injuring the host. All the chemotherapy, all the medication which are used to parasitize, to destroy, kill microorganism, but they will be giving no harm, they will be giving no injury to the cell of host. So chemotherapy is basically drug treatment for parasitic infections. And what are the parasites? I have previously discussed that a number of human parasites cause a number of different diseases. So chemotherapy basically in human pharmacology means drug treatment for parasites, to destroy parasite, to kill parasites, to remove parasites without giving harm to the host cell. That kill microorganisms or suppresses their multiplication or growth. Antimicrobial agents have main function. They either have to kill the microorganism directly, they have to kill microorganism. And second strategy, they have to suppresses their growth, their multiplication or growth. So if you take example of bacteria, they are multiplied by binary fission and multiple fission. So a number of antimicrobial medication, antibacterial medication are used to stop their growth, stop their flourishing, stop their multiplication. So antimicrobial agents basically kill first, either they will have to kill microorganism or they have to suppresses the growth of microorganism, or they will stop their multiplication, or they will stop their growth and development. So classification of antimicrobials. So first one, anti mean against, opposite. So all those medication which are used to specifically target a different type of bacteria, all those medication are come under the umbrella of antibacterial agents. Next is antiviral agents, antiprotozoal agents, antifungal agents, and antihelmintic agents. So antiprotozoal medication are used to target those microorganisms just like amoeba, paramecium, and other small level microorganisms which belong to phylum Protozoa. So antiprotozoal medication are used to target protozoal microorganisms. Next is fungal diseases. All those medications which are used in fungal diseases are called antifungal medications. Next is helminth. So helminth are mostly found inside human GIT, gastrointestinal tract, that of small and large intestine and other parts of human body. Helminth are parasites. These are worms that can giving harm to human body, and in reward they obtain food and habitat from human body. So all the medication which are used to target helminths, so these are called anti-helminthic agents or anti-helminthic medications. These are soluble compounds that are derived from certain microorganisms and that inhibit the growth of other microorganisms. Other definition: antibiotics are chemical substances. Antibiotics are chemical substances that are derived or that are obtained from certain microorganisms and used against microorganism and effective in low concentration. The definition which I am revising again, that antibiotics are chemical substances. These are soluble chemical substances, or antibiotics are chemical substances that are derived or obtained from certain microorganisms and used against microorganism. But the most important point, that antibiotics are effective in low concentration. So this is the proper definition of antibiotics. Anti mean against, biotic mean life. Next is bacteriostatic and bactericidal. This is most important from exam point of view. All those medication that inhibit the growth of a microorganism, so they stop the growth of microorganism, are called bacteriostatic. Static means in static form. So these are drugs that are temporarily inhibit the growth of a microorganism. When the drug is removed, organism will resume growth and infection or disease may recur. It means that bacteriostatic antibiotics as compared to bactericidal antibiotics are less potent. But the main point of bacteriostatic antibiotics is that they stop temporarily or inhibit the growth of microorganisms. But here the point you should be noted, that when the drug is removed, or the therapy is stopped in between, then those organisms which are killed, these are okay, but the rest of the microorganisms will again resume their growth and they will start multiplying their community, and infection and disease may reoccur. So it is necessary to use full dose, to use full medication, and to eradicate, to destroy full coverage of microorganisms. So typical example of bacteriostatic antibiotics are tetracyclines and sulfonamide. In further classes we shall be discussing which are the antibiotics which come under the umbrella of tetracycline. So next is bactericidal drugs. These are drugs that attaches to its receptor on microorganism and causes their death. So these are actually directly suicidal, to directly kill, to directly target the growth of bacteria, their multiplication and their division. So these are potent antibiotics and they directly kill their growth and division. So typical bactericidal antibiotics include penicillins, cephalosporin and aminoglycosides. So penicillin further contain a lot of medication, cephalosporin also a huge class of medication, antibiotic medication and aminoglycosides. So in next classes we shall be discussing one by one in detail mechanism of action, uses, clinical finding, clinical uses of penicillins, cephalosporin and aminoglycosides. Mechanism of action of antimicrobials. So first mechanism, through inhibition of cell wall synthesis. So bacteria have definitely cell wall. Cell wall in some bacteria may mostly made of peptidoglycan. One of the bacteria which have no cell wall that are mycoplasma. So you have to know about, first of all, about the strategy, by which mechanism, by which strategy you have to kill, you have to destroy microorganism or enemy. So here our enemy is bacteria and other microbial organisms. So by different methodologies, by different strategies, you have to target their growth, their internal parts, their external parts, and you have to eradicate and kill. So scientists and researchers use different strategies to kill bacteria by different methodologies and different techniques and different strategies. So the first strategy is inhibition of cell wall synthesis. So first of all you have to know about what is cell wall and what is cell wall of bacteria. So you have detailed knowledge about cell wall of bacteria. So all those medication which kill, which inhibit the growth of cell wall synthesis or destroy cell wall synthesis of bacteria, these are penicillins, cephalosporins, cycloserine, vancomycin, becetracin and aristocidin. So most important is penicillins and cephalosporins. Next is second mechanism or second strategy, through inhibition of cell membrane function. Cell wall have their own unique function. Similarly, cell membrane have also their main and unique function. So by penicillins and cephalosporin, we directly target cell wall of bacteria, but here we are targeting cell membrane of different types of bacteria. So amphotericin B, nystatin, imidazoles, colistin and polymyxin are the medication or antibiotics which are used to inhibit the function of cell membrane.